In the next few minutes, I'm going to be showing you how you can build your very own AI-powered social media research and marketing analysis tool. One which can run on autopilot 24/7, 365 days a year. Sound good? Well, we're going to be utilizing AI and using RSS feeds as a secret weapon. And don't worry if you're not very tech savvy. I'll break it down step by step, showing you both free and paid methods, so it can fit any kind of budget. By the end of the video, you'll have the knowledge to set up an automation powerhouse that works while you sleep. So what is an RSS and why do you want to be using it? An RSS stands for a really simple syndication, which actually just means as soon as something gets posted on the website, you can be notified. So you could subscribe to someone's RSS, either by an RSS reader or just grab the RSS. And like we're doing in this case, we're building an automation using a tool called make.com, which grabs the RSS and extracts all the content and puts it in a Google Sheet or in an Airtable. I'm going to show you step by step how to do this, how to set it up. Just follow along. First step you need to do is go over to make.com. You get 1,000 free runs a month, and that's quite a lot for if you want to be running this kind of thing. This is what make.com looks like. Sign up top right, either get started for free, log in. There's a link down below if you want to get there quicker. Once you're logged in, this is what it would look like. Top right, you say create a scenario. I'm just going to take you through the scenario that we've already built. So we're actually hooking up loads of little modules together, and one of them is an RSS module. So this module, I'll show you how to get the URL to be able to put that in there. And in this case, I'm just going to go for one that I've made earlier at TechCrunch. Say I would like all of this information to be either rewritten and posted on my own site, or I'd like to utilize it to feed my own market research, or I'd like to know a lot more about AI. As soon as it hits the market, I could do it through this tool. So in this case, I'm just going to use TechCrunch as an example. In order to find a URL, the first thing you need to do is I'm going to go over to a website called whatcrm.org. This is a free way of finding people's RSSs. So what I want to do, I'm just going to copy the URL here. I'm going to throw it into whatCMS. Then it detects what CMS is. It says it's a WordPress blog. Okay, so now next thing I need to do, I need to go over to our cheat sheet. This is a cheat sheet for all the CRMs or CMSs that we found. So we have WordPress here. So it says /feed. So let's just put TechCrunch /feed. Let's see what happens. This is what an RSS looks like. It's just loads and loads of data, and that data gets updated as soon as it hits the website. If you want to get hold of that cheat sheet, this one, just comment cheat sheet down below and we'll send it over to you straight away. This is the RSS. So this is the URL that I want to be putting into my make scenario. I'm just going to go back to my make scenario. I'm going to open this first module up, throw it in there, and then I'm going to say, okay, so what I do now, I have a Google Doc and I've already set the document up saying title, link to blog, content, author, and date of published. And it will also send that same thing, so it will send the same content off to the Airtable. That's sort of like Google Sheets on steroids. In this case, you have the choice in which one you want to use. You can actually download this whole automation from our school community. The link should be down below. Let me run it. So now it's running and it's looking at the content within TechCrunch. And if I grab my RSS, you can see that it's completely empty right now. But in a few seconds, it should fill up by itself. There we go. It should, let me just go all the way to the top out here at the bottom. It says the title. So there's the title of this, this article that's taken. There's the link straight back to that article. So let me just show you what the article looks like. This is the article that's taken, and here's the full content of the article. It's all there. There you go. So if you double click it, you can see the full content. It will show you the author, who wrote it, and when it's been published. Now let me take you through what this is actually doing. So it's grabbing, I showed you this one, it's grabbing the URL and it's saying maximum of returns. So it's only going to grab one article, put it on 100, and I'll just do 100 articles all at once. What I'm doing here, I am turning the whole thing from an RSS feed, so the URL, I'm turning that into a JSON file, and that's just so that I can structure it at the back end a bit more. I get the data here, then I use ChatGPT, and yes, you do need a ChatGPT API account for that. Very simple, just go to OpenAI and sign up for ChatGPT. I think you can put $5 in credit into ChatGPT, and then you can utilize their API. Very simple to do. This module is called a parser and actually sorts out what it's been doing in this module here. The next thing it does, I put in a router, and that splits it off to Google Sheets or to Airtable. Up to you which one you use. I'm just going to disable one route, so it'll only go to Google Sheets. So this is a simple way of building an RSS. We have many different versions of it because not every RSS will work within that build that we had just now. We have set up multiple ones, like one for Bing News, how to get your Etsy RSS up and running. And as a result, let me just show you what it could do. This is an Etsy example. So if you want to have a bit more inspiration, or you want to do market research on competitors and crazy shirts they're making, like this amazing one here. This is a crazy dog t-shirt. You could just utilize this RSS feed, or one of these RSS feeds, which we have here, and you could just set it up to show you the image, get all the content, and then that could serve as your inspiration for new designs. You could grab Google RSS, so you could watch Magento or Shopify web shops, and you could watch for the latest products being launched, or you could spy on your competitors and do a lot of market research like this. So you could take all your competitors' blog posts, see what they're doing really well, and then learn from that and make your own content. Head over to your make.com account, log in, and then once you're in, click on create a scenario. So now we're going to actually be building this whole thing from scratch. Hit this purple button here, and then I've already got RSS because I've been using that a couple of times, but otherwise you can just search for it like this, click on the top one, and then what we need to have is watch for RSS feed. That's all we have to do. We're looking for this RSS, and we put that URL in. So I'm just going to use TechCrunch again. What was it? TechCrunch/feed. It's always good to have a good reference just for testing purposes. So I'm going to put that one in. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit OK. Now, this is one of the first questions that you get in make.com. It will say, where do you want to start? I could say any news from now on. So if they post in 5 minutes, it will grab that new news, and it will then I could grab that. Or I could say select where I want to do it from. Let me just have a look. And now it should open a whole list. So if I want to start here, this one on Elon Musk, I wanted to start there. That's my start point. It's up to you. You can always get to that menu by right-clicking here and then saying choose where to start. So we're going, so good old Elon here, he's in there. I'm just going to let this module run once so that we have the data, and I'll show you what it does. So it's run now, and you can do that by pressing run at the bottom there, and then here at the top it'll have a little 1, so that means it's successful. So if I open that, it can show you, here's the output, it shows you the description and the summary. So it's getting the content from the website. The reason I'm doing that is because the modules after that I'm going to be putting in this whole sequence here, they actually have to grab parts from that first module. So if you don't have this, if you haven't run this once, then it's unable to, you can't map the fields together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit plus, they're going to go for HTTP. I'm going to say make a request. So what I want to do here, I want to grab the URL from there. So that's the URL. The next thing I'm going to say is get method, and the body type is going to be raw. What kind of content do I want? I want to have JSON format. I'm going to hit OK. So I'm just going to let it run once. So it's doing the article after Elon, because we said we're starting at Elon, but now we're going over to the next article. So the next article would be American robotics sales. Okay, so here we go. And I have a look in here, and this also has a little 1. Sorry, this also has a little 1, so that means it's successful. Okay, so the next thing that we need to put on is a ChatGPT module. I'm just going to type in chat, and then it will say OpenAI. I'm going to say create a completion. GPT model, and I'm going to say GPT model 4.0 on that we like to use. I'm going to talk to the chat GPT with the role of talking to the system. I want to put in a message here. I'm just going to speed this up so you have the whole content in there. What I'm putting in is you are an HTML content parser. Oh, sorry. You are an HTML content parser. You will parse the article content from information provided. Remove website obvious headers and footers. And the max tokens that I'm going to be using for this one, I'm going to go for 4,000. Next thing I want to be doing is I want to have another message. So first we talk to the system. We told the system what the system has to be doing. Then we're going to be talking to as a user. This is just a tiny little bit of code that you need to put in. Again, you can just download this from our school community and just simply upload this whole automation. If you want to learn how to do this, follow along. Trim, and then I'm going to go add that. Then I'm going to say strip HTML, close bracket. What data do we need to strip from? I'm going to go for the data that's coming out of the module before this. So I know that it's called data. Just want to make sure that I close it all. So I go bracket, bracket. So now I have my three modules. I've got my RSS, I've got my HTTP, which turns into JSON. Then I'm going to turn the JSON into a very basic format. If I right click here, I can rename it and I can say this module is going to be called sort out. Yeah. I like to organize my modules like this so I know what they're doing. Because if you've got like 1,000 of them, you sort of get confused. Okay, so that's one of the things that we have to do now. So let's just test if it runs. Always just keep testing your automations. And this should come up with a little 1 over here. There we go. It's come up with a 1. I am just going to save it. Sometimes make.com does crash, so always be saving your work. Okay. So we know, let's just have a look. I'm going to click on the 1 and then I'm going to go for the output and there's the result. So it's already come up with a good result. Now, the next thing I want to do, I want to have a look at how I can integrate Airtable or Google Sheets. Head over to your Google Sheets. So you go to sheets.new if you've got a Gmail or a Google account. This is how you can get there really easily. Sheets.new. Then you're going to have to put in the following items. In the top, you'd have title, link to blog, content, author, and date published. Then what I like to do, I like to drag that one down. So later on, you can just scroll through it and this would always be at the top. So I'm going to be using this article or this Google Sheet. So everything's going to be posted to my Google Sheet. Now, in order to do that, name RSS feed, and in order to do that, what I do, I go back to my make.com. I'm just going to put in a router which is split. There you go, splits into different directions. So in this case, I'm going to go for what did I say? Sheets. Just type in sheets, and then I'm going to go for. Let me just have a look. Add a row. Very simple. We've already got the document, so that's called RSS. And then we're adding a row of the content that we're getting from TechCrunch in this case. So I'm just going to move this up. First of all, it's going to ask you, what's your account? You should have this connected. If you don't, press add. It's very simple to do. So I'm going to go here and it's going to say, what file do you want to do? I'm going to go type in RSS. So now it's that simple. It's connected onto this document up here, this RSS document. And then what is the sheet name? Well, I'm just going to double check it. Sheet 1. There you go. So I could have multiple sheets and then have like for TechCrunch sheet 1 and for OpenAI sheet 2, etc., etc. So I'm going to go for sheet 1. There we go. Does it contain headers? Well, those were the ones that we just put in. So that would be title, link, blah, blah, blah. That's a header. So does it contain headers? Yes. Now this is where the magic happens because we're mapping all the stuff that we did in the previous steps. I'm just going to zoom out a little so you can see how this works. First of all, I need to grab the title. So the title would be the original title from this module here. In order to map it, I click on it once and then I can see here, title. And you'll see this sort of like starts flashing. So I'm just going to map title to that one. Now, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to map the URL. So that will be the original URL of the item that we're using. What I want to put in, I want to have the results from this module put in the content field. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to see here, okay, the sort out module. I'm going to go for choices, message, content. So then it will map that content into your Google Sheets. And then I'm going to put the author in. So where's the author? There's the author. It's the publishing date. And there we go. Publishing date, date updated, date created, 8th of October. There we go. Let me just move this over. There you go. That's what it's going to look like. So it's going to have the author, it's going to have the date created, and then I just hit OK. So now, again, I'm just going to remove this one because I'm going to utilize that one in a minute. Delete. I'm going to say save. Again, always just keep saving it, and I'm going to run. And now you'll see that it started running, and then in a few seconds, it only takes a couple of seconds. There you go. There's the information. Everything is in there. So what I'm doing, here's the title, and here's the original URL, and there's the text that it's using, and there's the person who wrote it. So that's it. It works. Now, in order to connect your Airtable, you can do exactly the same steps. People using Airtables probably know how to do this. Just in case, I'm going to say add a module, Air, typing in Airtable. Airtable is called create a record. Connect your Airtable on just like you would your Google Sheets, and then you remap exactly the same thing. So it would be, what was it? Title, link to blog content, author, and date published. So like I said in the intro, I'll be giving you a couple of ways of getting free RSS feeds from. We have a whole list compiled for you. We've called it a cheat sheet. You could either take a screenshot from what you see on the screen right now, or comment cheat sheet below and we'll send it straight over. Another way that you could get hold of RSS URLs is using a Chrome extension. Let me just have a look. This one, RSS feed reader. It's quite a good one, and just add it onto your Chrome and you can just find if a website has a RSS attached to it. A paid version could be RSS.app, and that's quite a beginner friendly one, so check that one out. You get a couple of free runs with it, so it might be a good option for you. Now I've taken you through the free options, the paid options, and now you might be wondering what you could do with it after you've collected all the data. Well, let me just show you. After you've collected all the data, this is what you could do with it. So you could repurpose your content. So you've grabbed the content, put it into your Google Sheets or into your Airtable. As an example, I just have an Airtable version here. You could repurpose the content into X, LinkedIn, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, Medium, and any other platform you want. And if you're interested in stuff like that, there should be a link up here. So just check that out. Another thing you could do with that content is to repurpose it and use it as your own blog post within your own website or a client's website in your tone of voice. We have another automation on that. Check out the screen up top somewhere. There should be a link to another video. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, bye.